I've been asked a couple of times recently about B&D confusion in dyslexia, so I thought I'd make a short video. The first thing I want to say is that I think we need to act sooner than we do. There's a sense that in part it might be developmental and that it might just right itself, because there's some truth in that very small children sometimes reverse letters and numbers, but this really shouldn't carry on much past year one, and I'd be saying that in year one we should be addressing it actually, because what it tells us is that that child is working that bit harder than other children to get the writing down, to make sense of it. It gives them confusion as they're writing, and it gives them confusion as they're reading it back, and all of this is hugely effortful. So we really shouldn't be having children in year 5 and 6 that are still reversing letters and numbers and have a BD confusion. It is a strong marker of dyslexia, and we need to be supporting those children as soon as possible. One of the main strategies that I see people doing is making a B&D with the hands, and this is often made into a visual with like a bed in between, so BED. And I think we need to really come at the strategy with from a few different angles. And so it occurred to me that often we're not really emphasizing the difference in the sounds. So for many children, they're not getting the feedback from speech sounds that they need to differentiate. So have them look in a mirror for the B sound. B. What happens when you make that sound? It's a voiced sound, it's making a vibration, the lips come together. B. And for D, the tongue strikes the top of the back teeth. So in articulation, they're really quite different. D, it strikes. So we need to be drawing attention to the feel of how you say them in order to differentiate. Something else you could do is to show how they appear in the alphabet, which is that they are facing each other. So to actually show them physically how they appear and have them experience the shape of the letters. Another thing you can do is, and I would focus really on one, choose one, either B or D, for them to focus on, and the other one in time will be apparent if you just focus on one rather than teaching both, which can add to the confusion. So the other thing you can do is make an image of the B, so I turn letter B into a B. And then finally, the other key thing that you need to do is enforce letter shape, because often children are starting B not with the straight line. It has to be starting from preferably a lead in to come up for the B and then halfway back up and out. Children with dyslexia often have a difficulty plotting shapes on the page, and so they struggle with this idea you've got to stop halfway up and then come out for the B, and that's why they devise all kinds of weird and wonderful ways to make a B shape. And D's again, a D with a D has to begin with, from a line running a C shape and then create the line and the flick. But as I say, choose one to focus on until they've mastered it, and then look at the other one. So I hope that's helpful.